it's been interesting. Like, there's a big question mark right now on how to do these tests and how to prove it. And when I brought that up to a few non-speakers, one of the questions is like, why do you need to prove this with instruments? Like, the biggest spiritual gift, the most fascinating one is love. That will cause someone to jump into choppy waters and save someone and risk their own life. It's had mothers like have so much adrenaline they could lift up a car and save their baby. Like, love is the superpower.
Right.
And it's like, it's true. And they're like, why aren't you trying to measure love? And it's like, okay, good point. But still, people want to measure telepathy. And then there brings up the question okay, well, is it best to do it like in a lab situation that can be really stressful, that can be filled with a lot of skeptical people and throwing that energy at you? Or is it better just to go into your environment, take off the lab coat, learn to spell, go check this out? And you think of like really good scientists like Jane Goodall, who when she wanted to understand like a culture of, how the chimps were working, she didn't bring them into her lab. She went and like lived in the jungle for months, or you want to go look at the lightning bugs that light up in unison in Vietnam. I don't know if that's going to work out for you if you bring them back to Berkeley and put them in a cement building. You probably have to go sit in the jungle and wait for them to light up in unison. So it's like, is it smart to be trying to test this stuff in our way, in our labs? Or is it better to be like, I'm going to go chill out with you in your living room and see how this works?
Right. The reason why to test it with instruments is for skeptics.
Right.
So once we've all agreed that this is an actual phenomenon, this is a real thing, whatever this is real.
Yeah.
The best way to test it is really with consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I think about this a lot, like the skeptics, because again, like I've said, the families and teachers, the people are like, let's just move the science forward. We know what's happening. We know now we need to know how, not why. Right. And I've thought about like how skeptics can hold back that research in science and like how much time do you give to them versus like just move on without them.